I wanted to ask you what your childhood was like.
Part of the problem is, I don't store memories very well, so I don't necessarily remember much of my childhood.
Is that a condition associated with being a sociopath?
From what I've gathered, memory is tied to emotion fairly strongly. The way that I experience emotions is not quite as deep as other people, so the emotional tie to memories that makes them stick in your brain doesn't really happen for me that often.
Did you tell your parents about your diagnosis right away?
No, actually I didn't. I've only actually mentioned it to my parents one time. When I told them, they didn't believe me. They're like, that's not the Greg I knew. And I guess it just speaks to how fooled I had them. They just didn't believe.
Have you ever been in love? And do you feel love?
I think so. I do experience emotions and love and connection and closeness. It's just maybe not to the depth or breadth of some other people.
Who would you say is your favorite person in your life right now?
Probably my son, followed very shortly after that by my partner. He's one of the main reasons that I've gotten better.
And your diagnosis hasn't affected your parenting in any way?
Wanting to be the best dad I can for him is a huge motivating factor for me, because I don't want him to live the same life I've lived. There's a huge genetic component to sociopathy, and the other half of that is your environment. So I have to do everything I can with his environment to overcome his genetics.
How did you feel when you first met your wife?
It's always been her, even though there was a period of time where I was really not a good boyfriend. I was not a good partner. I don't deserve to still have her, but she stuck it out and knew that there was a person inside of that version of Greg that was better.
Do you go to therapy?
I have gone to therapy in the past. At the time I was in prison, I did have what's called a therapeutic community, and they do cognitive behavioral therapy. And when I left prison, I didn't continue. Nowadays, it's more self-led. I do self-exploration, and with my partner, we kind of explore it. If something happens, she'll gently let me know. It feels like an accusation, like you're doing something wrong. I'll shut down. I don't like being told what to do. So a lot of the times, I don't know, I require gentle guidance.
Is that you saying that you think you've learned how to cope with being a sociopath?
So the way I look at it is that I've learned how to not destroy my life by accident. I can manage to stop those thoughts and impulses before they lead to actions.
How can I know that you're being honest with me, and did you lie to any of us?
I don't think I've lied to anybody. I guess I could be lying to you, but it doesn't serve me to lie to you or to most people.